Hey guys, I just thought I'd run through my Panthers squad and my 50-50 squad so you can see what I'm running with at the moment. I've watched Tex's video this morning, which I thought was really awesome, of his gameplay with the house rules, and we're doing things slightly different, which I think is quite cool. I can get my Ted Ginn up to an 89, and I'll show you how I've done that. I think the big difference is I've got Go Deep on my team now, and the reason I did that was to get the throw power for Carr back up to 90, but the added benefit was actually gets this Ted Ginn up to an 89, which, you know, most people's starting wide receiver is going to be better. Like the Holt that I use, obviously, in the 50-50 squad is much better, but he does the job, and he's pretty good. And he's quite good on the return when it comes to the Panthers only squad. Here's my McCaffrey, and you can see that I've got him powered up all the way, and this catching is just great. Use him out of the backfield a lot. He's got running back apprentice on him. He's got Duke box obviously as well, which I think is just an amazing one. And I've got first one free on there as well. David Carr. These stats compared to most quarterbacks in the game actually. When he's powered up and got the go deep on him and the sprinter, 79 speed, that's great when it comes to being able to scramble. It's just all you need. 90 throw power, but short accuracy there, medium accuracy is already pretty good. Get the deep package up to 85, under pressure, run, and play action, all really good. So, quality guy. I mean, Tex was saying he's going to have trouble moving past them this morning when we get the Cam Newton. But, you know, hopefully Cam Newton will hit those kind of thresholds that we need, because this David Carr's been really awesome so far. DJ Moore, I'm hoping that this week we get another win in London and he gets a bit more of a boost. As it is, really solid. I'm using him as my number 2 receiver in my 50-50 squad as well, and he's always doing good. There's something about, I think it's the Duke move. There must be some kind of threshold. Let's see where he's at. I think there must be some kind of threshold that is about, where's the Duke? In 91 maybe, or 92, because I'm getting some really glitchy animations with Moore and with Ted Ginn on the Duke moves. I don't know, it might be a 92 threshold or something, because of just after the upgrades I've done, the Dukes are tighter and they're really, really good. They do a little duck Duke. They sort of duck their head as they go through, and it's nice and tight. And I don't know, it's really, really good. So I definitely think it's maybe a threshold at 91 or 92, maybe that does that. So I spent a lot of coin this week on training. When the MUT HERO 81s hit under 8k, I took the opportunity. I decided to bite the bullet and get that Panthers up to 40-40, which meant, you know, a lot of training, a lot of coin. I think I probably spent 500,000 coin on it. But I had a lot of coin left over at the moment, to be honest. We've been pretty lucky in some of the things that they've been able to give us. I hit some thresholds. I did some things like I finished my MUT Master stats, which meant not my stats, sorry, my MUT Master stars, which got me all of those MUT Master ones, which meant that 250k was there. I spent the 2,200 points on the Legends and pulled a full Terrell Owens, obviously. Sold him, and I actually got a Harry Long out of a touchdown pack that I earned through house rules, which I thought was really good this week. Because of house rules, I played and won 60 games. I won 60 games on it, so that got me enough to get a couple of touchdown packs, I think, in the end as well, which is really useful. Got some good things out of them, able to sell them for training, and power up these guys, which is really good. Obviously, the other thing I got out of it was this Olsen from house rules. 87 speed, really, really solid. I can get him up to 99 catch if you go West Coast on him, but I just think the go deep is so important for my quarterback and my wide receivers that it's useful on him here as well. But he's been amazing for me in head-to-head and weekend league and everything this week. Trade turnover was a good upgrade, but would have been better if it was slightly higher. And these guys, obviously, they drop a little bit because you haven't got the extra pass block from the West Coast that I had on them before. But again, as I said, the go deep on David Carr is really useful. Defensively, big upgrades this week were Eric Reed, which is pretty cool. And he's great, to be honest with you. That's speed 87. I quite often use him at free safety in my 50-50 squad, which is quite good. He's got really good hit power. He's really good that way. This Dante Jackson with 93 speed, spoiler, is good. He's really good. I mean, I put him on man coverage. He does reasonably well, and the zones I put him in are cover 3 mainly. So he's just running backwards at a high speed. So he's pretty good. I have been using him a bit in my 50-50 squad, but I've been subbing him out a little bit in the last couple of days, and it's made a big difference, and you'll see why when I get to that. The other big upgrade, obviously, Joey Sly. Great. Having a focus kicker in your theme team is just awesome. And there's that Ted Ginn doing a great job as a kick returner. So that is my full Panthers squad. I'm just going to quickly show, always does the whole thing where it doesn't show the pictures when you swap it out. But my 50-50 squad, which you'll see is up to an 89 now. And the main reason for that is, believe it or not, oh gosh, it's going to show me his picture, probably not, but is this Anthony Sherman. Now I've used only power up passes to get him. Obviously spent, I think it was like 10-15k on his power up, but using the power up passes to get him up to an 85 puts me into the 89 overall thing for my 50-50 squad. And also, the other reason I needed to do it is because you saw on the other team that the go deep was not up to that tier 5, but that tier 5 gets there with the fallback. I was at 24 for go deep, and I just thought we haven't got a second fallback, so get a fallback. We'll get a second fallback when the winter promo, icebreaker promo, whatever it's called, the frozen one. I can't remember what it's called now. But because you normally get a Poe, an out of position Poe, hopefully will come again. But until then, this Sherman will be my fallback. Put through on him there just because of the fact that later on down the track it's going to be important to have a sprinter, and I actually run quite a couple of power runs that need a fallback, so might as well use them in there. Also stops with those scum kicks as well. You can catch them and doesn't fumble very often, which is good. So the car, he actually gets a little bit more of an upgrade when you look at him because of the extra go deep. He's up to 85 deep accuracy with it, 91 throw power. So that makes a bit of a difference as well. Just that one more throw power than he is just from the theme team, which is pretty good. Yeah, I've got the Torrey Holt. I'm running the Torrey Holt. The way I've got him set up is by having rack on him. I try double meat, doesn't really work for me because I don't really throw those aggressive catches very often. With him, I've got in specialist, cross specialist, and post flag elite on him. Basically, every route I run with him is one of those three, and he has really crisp routes on it, which is really good. And there's that Ted Ginn up to an 89. Couple of things that change. Obviously, gets a bit more of a go deep route running. Gets up to an 88 there, so pretty solid. And there we go. So those guys are there. Defensively, a couple of changes obviously as well. Alexander comes out of here for on both things for Peppers, both squads. But I've also got the Tillman up there. I found that running, I thought I was going to not run Tillman with abilities, but he's not very good if he doesn't have the abilities. He seems to miss things and stuff if you don't have the going, so you've got to have him up there. I was running with Keekly as my other superstar X Factor, but I decided to go with Charles Tillman. People are passing it a little bit more now, and this Tillman gets up to a 92, and he just is really, really good at man coverage and makes those, that lurker on there makes a huge difference to the interceptions he makes and stuff like that. So that's really good. Solid all the way across the board. Little spoiler there. The other things that I've obviously upgraded are in special teams / cornerback. I've upgraded the Dion. I was hoping that the 90 would get return specialist, but it doesn't, or return man, whatever it's called, but it doesn't. But he's got 92 speed, and he's a really good return man. So well worth having, just to power up for the cost of some training. So I actually will sub him into my defense, run him it instead of Dante, because he's just a better Dante, basically. And then the other card I have recently purchased, well, not purchased, sorry, from getting the solos completed, was the Ramsey. So I had the Olsen from House Rules, completed the House Rules and got him, completed the solos and got the Ramsey. So I went with the Ramsey because, well, always need cornerbacks. So I've got, it's bad pictures obviously, but I've got the Ramsey, the Tillman, Dion, and then I've got the Dante and Bradbury sitting there. Cool. So they come out, and I'm using, in the head-to-head games, I'm using the Ramsey, the Dion, and then I'm putting Tillman back at free safety, which leaves me, if I'm running, especially if I'm running 4. If I'm running 5, then I'm Dante's going to be in there as well. But having Tillman back there, free safety, makes a huge difference. And then you've got these two, awesome free safeties back there. So I'm having a lot of fun at the moment. I really enjoyed the House Rules event this week, and getting that Olsen was really good. Just showing what it looks like in the full squad. No picture, of course, but there we go. 87 speed, great catching, and good all around. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun at the moment. I really enjoy it. Been really enjoying the head-to-head. I think the House Rules has really been really effective this week. I want to say that it's actually made some people in Weekend League move towards passing a bit more, and I think that's a good thing. I've enjoyed my games a lot more. I'm not winning a lot more, but I am enjoying it a lot more. Cheers, guys.